near Damascus. In a post on X, Israel's defense minister has said that their forces were operating day and night for the security of the country. Two Syrian army sources reported that Israel conducted an airborne landing on a former air defense base in southwest Damascus, but withdrew it. According to Syrian state media, however, 6 Syrian soldiers were also killed in the same area 24 hours earlier. Israel has recently stepped up incursions into southern Syria. Mr. Ali Mohammed Abushbak, independent Palestinian researcher, joins me from Cairo, Egypt at this point in time. Mr. Abushbak, thank you so much for speaking with NewsX World. I want to understand from your perspective, where do you think the war in the Middle East is headed as far as Israel's position is concerned? We're learning on a daily basis of strikes and counter-strikes, and now we've heard of the latest operations that have taken place in Syria at the hands of the Israeli Defense Forces. But where exactly is the war headed?
Thank you, Pia, for having me. The things is the situation in the area is volatile, while it's going to explode at any time. Israel's operation, it's not only in Syria. Israel operated in Yemen the day before yesterday. Also in Lebanon, there is a daily bombardment and targeting for the Hezbollah leader. Also, last 3 days, it was in Syria. No mention about the war in Gaza. So all of that's making the situation in the region, it's volatile and it's ready to explode one time. So, however, also in the situation also because of Benjamin Netanyahu, he considers that it's a threat from the Iranian agency. Despite that, I don't know about the new regime in Syria. They are obviously they have a disagreement with Iran, especially Mohammed al-Sharh he belongs to the sector of Sunni, and Iran is from Shia, and there is no alignment between both of them. Despite that, Israel creating several of issue in Syrian community like what happened last time and today also, that Benjamin Netanyahu, he met the several of leader from the sector of Dorzis in Israel, and the several of Israeli settlement the settlers, they attend this meeting. So what is happening between Syria and Israel, despite Israel also seized a huge land from Julan, and also Israel demanding they are always continuously under anyone will post a target on the Dorzis sector in Syria. So the situation make it more incredible. And also it's worth mentioning that the Syrian regime revealed there is a several of surveillance and eavesdropping devices in Syria before the Israeli bombardment that area. Also, that's improved that how much Israel working in all the Middle East, like Gaza, Syria, Lebanon, as well as in Yemen, also no doubt about Iran. So these creating the situation unorganized also. Maybe Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to create a chaos in the area just only for to avoid the attention of the international community about the Gaza crisis, a humanitarian crisis, one point. And second point, it's about the Israeli community, about the protester on the ground. Yesterday, a dozen of Israeli protesters, they took the street near the Benjamin Netanyahu's places and demanding to end the war between Gaza and Israel and releasing the whole captive from Gaza. So he's trying to to make them not focusing on this area about what is happening on the ground. That's what I believe.
But at the same time, Mr. Abushbak, there have been talks between Israeli officials and American officials in Washington as well for a post-war Gaza plan. how exactly does the current situation then generate any sort of trust or confidence in the people of Gaza as far as Israel's plans are concerned?
Let me be subjective in this point, not objective, and not be equal and neutral. It's all of that lie. About the report ending the war in Gaza, it's just only like rubbed it in the face and making, brainwash the international community that they are consuming offer. Who's giving the green light for the Israel to killing the civilians and the journalists on the ground? Who's supporting Israel by weapon? It's all of these, just only to manipulate the international community. There is no second day of war. There is nothing. There is just only bloodshed on the ground, not only in Gaza, in Lebanon also. Despite there is an agreement between Hezbollah and Israel to a ceasefire that signed in the mid of December 2024. Up to now, Israel is violating this agreement. So that's Benjamin Netanyahu. He's trying to dominate all the area, trying to invade the whole area for the one purpose. And he was clear in this one purpose for greater Israel. Invaded and occupied 100 of territories from Palestine and Jerusalem and Jordan and Syria, also Lebanon, just for only for greater of Israel. So this is a very clear. It doesn't need interpretative. It doesn't mean discourse analysis to understand what is happening on the behind this speech. It's very clear. And what is happening on Gaza only to expel the civilians from the Gaza. So I guess there is no second day of war. The second day of the war, it's just when the Benjamin Netanyahu, he will go to the court. He's trying to avoid the corruption court in Israel, and he's trying to buy a time by increasing and extending the war in Gaza as well as in West Bank. There is 100 of attention in West Bank, and the situation, it's completely chaos in West Bank between the Palestinian and the settler. So that's increasing the violence and abuses the human rights law. On the ground, Israel is trying to flexing its muscle to send an indirect or direct message to Iran that they should give up. They should throw the regime and they should throw the regime and start establishing a regime based on the mind of
Yes.
Israel, the democracy of Israel, sorry, because they are a democratic country.
Absolutely. Mr. Abushbak, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX World with those thoughts. We leave it there.